The Dashavatara, the 10 principal incarnations of the Hindu god Vishnu, are a cornerstone of Hindu mythology. Each avatar represents a divine intervention in human history to restore dharma, righteousness, and cosmic order. These avatars are a manifestation of Vishnu's commitment to preserving the universe, taking various forms from animals to humans to combat evil forces and guide humanity. The concept of Dashvatara encapsulates the cyclical nature of time in Hindu cosmology, where each incarnation corresponds to different ages or yugas, illustrating the ongoing battle between good and evil, and the promise of divine support for righteousness. From the fish avatar Matsya, who saves the first man Manu from a great deluge, to Kalki, the prophesied warrior who will appear at the end of Kali Yuga to destroy adharma and usher in a new age of truth, each avatar carries profound stories and lessons. These narratives are not only religious but also moral, teaching values like devotion, courage, and humility. As we delve into the stories of each avatar, we will explore how Vishnu's interventions have shaped the moral and spiritual framework of Hinduism, offering timeless wisdom and guiding principles for humanity. Matsya, the fish avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu, is often recognized as the first of Vishnu's 10 principal incarnations. This avatar is known for rescuing the first man, Manu, from a cataclysmic flood. Matsya is typically depicted either as a giant fish, often golden, or in an anthropomorphic form with the upper body of Vishnu and the lower body of a fish. The legend centers on Matsya and Manu. Manu, regarded as a legislator and progenitor king, discovers a tiny fish in the water brought for his daily rituals. The fish, fearing predation by larger fish, pleads for Manu's protection, promising to save him from an impending deluge in return. Manu agrees and initially keeps the fish in a pot of water, then transfers it to a larger ditch as it grows. Once the fish is large enough to be safe, Manu releases it into the ocean. The fish, revealing itself as Matsya, informs Manu of the forthcoming flood and instructs him to build a ship to which he can anchor on the fish's horn. On the appointed day, Manu boards the ship, and as the floods engulf the world, Matsya guides the vessel to the safety of the northern mountains, often identified as the Himalayas. As the sole human survivor, Manu performs austerities and sacrificial rites, from which the goddess Idea emerges. Together, they repopulate the earth, giving rise to humanity. Kurma, the second avatar in the Dashvatara, refers to Vishnu's 10 principal incarnations. The term Kurma in Sanskrit translates to tortoise or turtle. In the Adi Parva of the epic Mahabharata, Vishnu advises the Devas and Asuras to churn the ocean to obtain Amrita, the nectar of immortality. The Devas choose Mount Mandara as the churning rod and the serpent Vasuki Ananta as the rope. They then seek the assistance of Kurmaraja, the king of tortoises, to support the mountain on its back, and Kurm agrees. The Devas churn from the tail side of Vasuki, while the Asuras churn from the head side. Eventually, the god Dhanvantari emerges from the ocean holding the vessel of Amrita. A battle ensues between the Devas and Asuras for the Amrita. Narayana, transforming into an enchanting woman later known as Mohini, tricks the Asuras and distributes the Amrita to the Devas. Narayana, along with Nara, fights the Asuras, and ultimately, the Devas triumph. Varaha is the boar incarnation of the god Vishnu and is the third avatar in the Dashvatara, the 10 principal avatars of Vishnu. According to Hindu scriptures, the demon Hiranyaksha dragged the earth to the ocean floor. To rescue it, Vishnu took the form of a wild boar, known as the Varaha avatar. The ensuing battle between Varaha and Hiranyaksha is said to have lasted for 1,000 years. Ultimately, Varaha used his tusks to defeat the demon and lift the earth from the depths of the ocean. The Varaha avatar is often depicted either as a colossal boar or as a hybrid form with a human body and a boar's head. In this form, he is shown bearing the earth on his tusks or supporting Bhuma Devi on his leg. Narsimha, sometimes rendered Narsingha, is the fourth avatar of the god Vishnu. He is believed to have incarnated in the form of a part lion, part man, being to kill Hiranyakashipu, to end religious persecution and calamity on earth, thereby restoring dharma. During the Satya Yuga, sage Kashyap and his wife Diti had two sons, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, known for their destructive nature and chaos. Hiranyakashipu aspired to rule over heaven, earth, and the underworld. He undertook a deep penance, meditating so long that plants grew on him. Pleased with his devotion, Lord Brahma appeared and granted him a boon, although not immortality. Instead, Hiranyakashipu requested near invincibility, to not be killed by man or beast, day or night, inside or outside, and by no weapon. With this power, he terrorized and forced everyone to worship him. Despite his hatred for Vishnu, his son Prahlad remained a devoted follower of Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu's attempts to break Prahlad's faith failed. Finally, Lord Vishnu, as Narsimha, half man, half lion, appeared at twilight, neither day nor night, on a threshold, neither inside nor outside, and used his claws, neither weapon nor man beast, to defeat Hiranyakashipu, ending his tyranny. Vaman is the fifth avatar of Vishnu and the first Dashvatara in the Treta Yuga, after Narsimha. This is the first time an avatar has looked like a human and been seen with an umbrella made of wood. The Vaman avatar of Lord Vishnu revolves around the Asura king, Mahabali, the grandson of Prahlad and son of Virochana. After the gods became immortal from the ambrosia obtained by churning the ocean, they defeated the Asuras. Seeking to regain his lost power and kingdom, Mahabali consulted Shukracharya, who advised him to perform the Mahabhishek Vishwajit Yagya. Upon completion, Mahabali received divine gifts, including a golden chariot, celestial armor, and a never-wilting garland. Armed with these, Mahabali defeated Lord Indra and sought advice from Shukracharya on retaining his fortune. He was told to continue performing yagyas and helping the poor and Brahmins. Meanwhile, Lord Indra sought help from Lord Vishnu, who incarnated as Vaman, a dwarf. Vaman approached Mahabali during a yagya and requested land covered by 3 steps. Mahabali agreed, and Vaman grew to cover the earth and sky in 2 steps. For the 3rd step, Mahabali offered his head, upholding his promise. Pleased, Lord Vishnu blessed Mahabali and granted him the rule of Patal Lok, while the gods regained Amravati. Parshuram, the 6th avatar among the Dashvatara of Vishnu, is revered as one of the Chiranjeevis, immortals. He is prophesied to reappear at the end of the Kali Yuga as the Guru of Vishnu's final incarnation, Kalki. Born to the sage Jamdagni and his Kshatriya wife Renuka, Parshuram's early life was marked by divine influence. His family possessed a celestial cow named Surbhi, a descendant of the wish-fulfilling cow Kamadhenu, which provided them with all they desired. A king named Kartavirya Arjuna, learning about this miraculous cow, demanded it from Jamdagni. When the sage refused, the king forcibly took the cow while Parshuram was away. Upon Jamdagni's plea for the cow's return, the king struck and killed him. Grief-stricken and enraged by his father's murder, Parshuram took up his axe and challenged Kartavirya Arjuna to battle. According to the Padma Purana, Parshuram fought fiercely and ultimately defeated and killed the king, avenging his father's death. Rama is a major deity in Hinduism. He is worshipped as the 7th and one of the most popular avatars of Vishnu. In Rama-centric Hindu traditions, he is considered the supreme being. Rama is the male protagonist of the Hindu epic Ramayana. The Ramayana is an ancient Hindu epic that follows the life of Prince Rama of Ayodhya, his wife Sita, and his loyal brother Lakshmana. Due to a promise made by his father, King Dashratha, Rama is exiled to the forest for 14 years, along with Sita and Lakshmana. Sita is kidnapped by Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, while the trio is living in the forest. Rama forms an alliance with the monkey king Sugriva and his general Hanuman to rescue Sita. Hanuman locates Sita in Lanka and reassures her of Rama's impending rescue. Building a bridge, Rama's army builds a bridge to Lanka, called Ram Setu, to reach Ravana's kingdom. A fierce battle ensues between Rama's forces and Ravana's army. Rama kills Ravana and rescues Sita, bringing an end to the demon king's tyranny. After their exile, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana return to Ayodhya, where Rama is crowned king. The Ramayana teaches the values of duty, righteousness, and devotion, and it remains a central cultural and religious text in Hinduism. Balram, the elder brother of Krishna, is revered as the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Born to Vasudeva and Rohini, Balram was miraculously transferred from Devaki's womb to Rohini's due to Kamsa's threats. Known for his immense strength and valor, Balram played a significant role in the early life of Krishna, often depicted as his protector and constant companion. He is usually portrayed holding a plough, symbolizing his association with agriculture and strength. Balram's life is intricately connected to the events of the Mahabharata. Although he remained neutral during the Kurukshetra war, he mentored both Bhima and Duryodhan in the art of make fighting. His wisdom and strength were vital in various episodes, including the subjugation of demons and protection of Dharma. Balram's teachings and actions exemplified his role as an upholder of righteousness, complementing Krishna's divine play. Eventually, he retired to the forest for penance and is believed to have merged into the ocean, symbolizing his return to the divine source. His life and deeds continue to be celebrated for their contributions to the preservation of dharma and righteousness. Krishna is a major deity in Hinduism. He is worshipped as the ninth avatar of Vishnu and also as the supreme god in his own right. He is the god of protection, compassion, tenderness, and love. He is a central figure in the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, one of the most revered deities in Hinduism, was born to Devaki and Vasudeva in the Yadava clan. To protect him from his tyrannical uncle Kamsa, who feared a prophecy that Devaki's child would be his downfall, Krishna was secretly transported to Gokul and raised by foster parents Nanda and Yashoda. As a child, Krishna was known for his mischievous pranks, miracles, and acts of valor, including lifting the Govardhan hill to protect his village from torrential rains. He is also famed for his divine love with the gopis, milkmaids, particularly Radha, which symbolize the soul's devotion to the divine. Krishna's adult life culminated in his pivotal role in the Mahabharata, particularly during the Kurukshetra war, where he served as the charioteer and guide for the Pandav prince Arjuna. It is during this war that Krishna delivered the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred text that expounds on duty, righteousness, and the nature of reality. Krishna's teachings to Arjuna on the battlefield addressed the moral dilemmas faced by warriors and provided profound philosophical insights that continue to influence Hindu thought and spirituality. Kalki is the prophesied 10th and final avatar of the god Vishnu. He is destined to appear at the end of the Kali Yuga, the current age in the endless cycle of existence according to Vaishnav cosmology. His arrival marks the conclusion of the Kali Yuga and ushers in the Satya Yuga, the age of truth and righteousness, preceding the Mahapralaya, the great dissolution of the universe. In the Puranas, Kalki is depicted as a divine warrior riding a white horse named Devdutt and wielding a blazing sword. His mission is to eradicate adharma, unrighteousness, and rejuvenate existence by ending the darkest, most destructive period. Kalki's advent is foretold to bring an end to chaos, evil, and demonic forces, thus restoring dharma, righteousness, and paving the way for a new era of purity and peace. The Bhagavata Purana and other texts describe Kalki as the harbinger of the end times, tasked with reviving spiritual and moral values that have deteriorated. His role goes beyond destruction. He aims to bring about a spiritual transformation and a fresh start for humanity. Kalki's appearance symbolizes the cyclical nature of time in Hindu cosmology, where destruction is followed by renewal, ensuring the universe's eternal progression. His story emphasizes faith and righteousness, reassuring devotees that divine intervention will ultimately restore order and justice. And there you have it, a deep dive into the 10 avatars of Lord Vishnu, each a testament to divine intervention and cosmic preservation. We began with Matsya, the divine fish who saved the world. Kurma, the tortoise who supported the churning of the ocean to bring forth the nectar of immortality. Next, we explored Varaha, the earth's savior, the boar who lifted the planet. Then, we saw the fierce Narsimha, protector of devotees, the fierce man-lion who defeated evil. Vamna, the dwarf who measured the universe in 3 strides, restoring cosmic order. Parshuram, the sage, who restored righteousness with his fury. Rama, the heroic prince who upheld dharma. Balram, the divine brother, the strength and wisdom of Krishna's loyal companion. Krishna, the enchanter of hearts, the god who taught the path of love. Finally, we glimpsed Kalki, the future warrior, the dawn of a new age, the warrior who will end the darkness. Lord Vishnu's 10 avatars convey to us the divine interventions through ages, the eternal guardians of righteousness. Thank you for joining us on this divine exploration. If you enjoyed this video and wish to delve deeper into the rich tapestry of Indian mythology and history, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Indian Mythology and History. We would love to hear your thoughts and any questions you might have, so don't forget to leave a comment below. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights and stories from our shared heritage. Until next time, may the wisdom of Vishnu's avatars guide and inspire you in your journey.